Rated T for Teen.
So our next game was, or is, Cosmic Star Heroine. Yeah. It's actually kind of old now. It came out in 2017. RFL came out a while ago as well. RFL was 2016. So
It says in the comments here that this was released on Nintendo Switch in 2018.
yes, that's when I played it. So Cosmic Star Heroine, and I actually talked to the artist on their Discord. And then I promoted Kids of Karendow, and he stopped talking to me for some reason. Maybe he just thought I was just trying to promote my own game, which was not what I was trying to do. The graphics in this game was incredible. It's got some cinematic cutscenes, some animated cutscenes. The lighting is just super well done. I talked to the guy and I said, well, this doesn't really look like tile art. He's like, no, we didn't do any sort of tile art, but in most places, but some places they did. And
so yeah, it kind of looks like a hybrid,
yeah, built out full environments, which props to them. That is a shit ton of work. The character art is reminiscent of, I'd say, Phantasy Star 4, but I think maybe even a little bit of Chrono Trigger. The combat is very much Chrono Trigger, or very similar to it. You would run into the enemies on the overworld and wouldn't go to a new combat scene or anything. Combat would just take place right there. I played this game more recently than RFL, so I remember more about it. Arguably, I probably enjoyed it a little bit more than RFL. The combat, so going back to that, each character has a list of preset skills they get to use. At some point, you've got a spaceship and you can actually recruit people on the world to help you. I really didn't do much of that. You get a fairly large party, but I think you only travel 3 people at a time, if memory serves. Honestly, I don't remember too much about the story, but I do remember, I feel like it was an ambitious game, but it was too short. Like some of the character arcs with the story, some of the story arcs for the characters rather, were not built out, fleshed out as much as I thought they could have been. I think it was just because too many characters in too short of a game. So as I said before, available on Switch and Steam. Steam says this game got a 9 out of 10 rating, or actually GameStats.com says it got a 9 out of 10 with 6,600 followers. An estimated revenue is 160,000. I think they took them about 2 years to make this game when I was talking to the guy, to the artist. on their website, yeah, they are also just two people as well, Robert Boyd and Bill Sternberg. Hope I pronounced that correct. And there's a Boyd Games. So maybe Robert is the founder, because I don't know where the Z and the E comes from. These guys have actually made a lot of games. They have made Cthulhu Saves Christmas, Cosmic Star Heroine, Cthulhu Saves the World, Breath of Death 7, The Beginning, Penny Arcades, On the Rain, Slick Precipice of Darkness 3 and 4. And they are working on another one right now. I'm also a member of their Discord. And I cannot remember the name of their current game, but I can go look on Discord for it. What do you think, Gary?
My first impression of this game, it looks really good, really good. Especially some of the environment artwork, you know, very, very detailed. Another thing that kind of sticks out is like the little animations that everybody does. Yeah, very, very detailed. A lot of different animations. Game looks very smooth. Yeah, it looks like a good game. Really good.
So their current project is This Way Madness Lies. Now these guys, where are they located? I wonder if they're in the US. Wow, they've been making games forever. Cthulhu or Cthulhu, however the heck you pronounce that. Actually, no, sorry. The first game was Breath of Death, released in 2010. So they've been at this for 12 years. And the Switch port was August 14th of 2018. That's my anniversary. Well, 3 years later would be.
I'm sorry, the anniversary of what?
Of my marriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe we'll have these guys on the podcast too, and we can talk about their new in development game.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
So now, did Cosmic Star Heroine do a Kickstarter? I did not look that up.
Did you look that up for Stega?
Yeah, I did not see a Kickstarter for Arafel. Yes, Cosmic Star Heroine did do a Kickstarter. So their Kickstarter, I wonder if you can still find it. Oh, they had Cosmic Star Heroine Kickstarter goes live. I know it was on IGN. Good for them getting coverage there. Maybe let's go to Kickstarter's website and look for it there. See if we can see the original campaign and see how they did. Cosmic Star Heroine. Here we go. So this game brought in 132,000 on Kickstarter with 6,414 backers. Wow. That's impressive. And that was just for the PC, Mac, PS4, and Vita release. So that was before Switch. So for anyone listening, Kids of Karendow is self-funded. We haven't done a Kickstarter. We have a Patreon, which if anyone wants to support our YouTubing and our podcasting and our game development, please consider becoming a patron. We would definitely love that. But back to Cosmic Star Heroine. Shit, that's a lot of money. Like, I don't know many Kickstarter projects that make that much now.
Sorry, can you repeat the number? It was like
$132,689. Wow. And the game itself made 132,000 estimated. Is that what I said? 160,000, sorry, estimated. So plus the Switch sales, and if this released on PS4 and Vita, plus those sales, I would say that these guys had a pretty successful game. And it's not outside the realm of possibility that maybe they brought in closer to 500,000 on this. Good.
Yeah, if we're doing kind of like fuzzy math, and we're just kind of using the Steam sales, and we're having
to interpolate
the value.
Yeah.
then
This
yeah.
game could have completely tanked on Switch and PS4 for all we know, but I would hope it didn't.
Mhm.
It looks really nice, played really nice. I just think the worst thing is I wish it was longer. I think they could have need to do more with the characters and the story, but then they would have probably needed more money because the environment artwork just probably took them forever to do all this because it just looks so good. Any last comments on this one, Gary?
No. It does look like a very impressive game.
So the next one, last one probably, Chained Echoes. So this one's not out, as I said. And I have some or some footage here from the demo that I sent you, Gary. And this footage looks really good.
Yeah, I would say this probably looks the most polished out of the ones that we've seen so far.
Yes, and it's not even done yet. So from what I know about this game, so I believe it's out of Germany. It's a single developer. Once again, I am part of their Discord as well. So Chained Echoes, let's see, let's look at the latest update. This game also did a Kickstarter. And apparently the alpha is available for all the backers. So it's coming to PS4. I don't know if it's going to be PS5 now and the Switch later this year, and Steam. This game, combat similar to, I guess, Chrono Trigger. The encounters occur on the overworld, and the combat system itself, I don't know. It looks pretty, I don't know, decent. How do I describe it? Turn-based, nice visuals. There's flashy effects, screen shaking. It's probably what you want to see me do more in Kids of Karendow, right?
Yeah, I think I mentioned that previously.
Yep. Yeah, so Gary and I were talking about the visuals in Karendow the other day. We weren't recording for a podcast, and Gary told me they sucked. My feelings were hurt.
I did not say those words. I gave you some objective feedback, which you asked for.
Yes,
and
yes,
I
and you hurt
delivered.
my feelings. But
I'll give you a massage. How's that?
no, I don't want a
I'm just
massage,
kidding.
Gary. But yeah, I mean, you're right, and I've got something in the Trello backlog now to go back and add more flashy shaking and zooming effects and some zoom lines and shit like that for some of the effects. Some of them I actually really like though, but yeah, we'll make it cooler. So what about this game? As far as I can tell, you also get to fly around in mechs, and you can fight in mechs as well in this game. It does look like a fairly typical JRPG. The demo, to my understanding, doesn't have any of the game's real story in it, but I could be wrong about that. It was just a scenario specifically made for the demo. The graphics are beautiful. I'm going to be taking some pointers from the graphics to make some updates to Karendow in certain areas. It does this thing. It does this thing where when you go to a new area, it scrolls around the area and puts the name of the place. And I thought about doing that for Karendow, but then I didn't. I don't know if that's something I want to go back and reconsider.
What else? What else
What
do you
else
like
about
about this game that you want to
the
take some pointers?
visuals? The visuals for sure. I want to see how this thing did on Kickstarter.
One thing that I actually really like about the visuals of this game is the color grading, like the way they did the colors.
What do you mean specifically? Like just the choice of colors?
Yeah, the choice colors. It's kind of got this kind of like pastel-y look that I really like.
Yeah, it does. And again, for
And
anyone watching,
the four characters following the main character, that kind of reminds me of the old Karendow.
Oh, yeah, you don't like the triangle shape in the current Karendow?
No, it's fine. I'm just saying that this one reminds me of how you guys did it back in the high school days when we did the original Karendow.
Oh yeah. So this game seems of a so you have both attack and skills, like you have different attacks. So no, sorry, I guess that was a skills menu. Just looking at. They don't really do a ton of super over the top effects for some of their attacks. I mean, it's like they oh, the game is really well animated too. I think it's better animated than Karendow. I mean, I guess we could do that too, but then that would cost more.
What do you mean, like scope creep? And you like want more frames of animation?
Yeah, but I don't think we're gonna do that.
It'll be pretty hard to at this point.
Yeah, the choice I made for Karendow to have swappable weapon graphics for all the characters, I'm not sure if that's gonna bite me, because there's some things that I've had some challenges I've had with walking behind things, and then anything on the same layer that's drawn on the same layer as the characters, that maybe when you're below it you walk in front of, and above it you're behind it. It makes it harder to do that because of the weapon stuff. So that's just one thing I kind of.
Well, here's a question.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to start thinking about how much value we get out of that versus the amount of effort.
It's not very much effort
and pain.
No, it's not.
Right.
It was painful. It doesn't take long to add new weapons.
Okay.
It only takes longer if we don't have all the character animations done before adding a weapon in, because then you have to go back, because every frame will potentially also have a custom frame for the weapon as well. And that's actually just really easy to quickly draw once you have the first one done.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you want to do like let's say you have a sword that's on fire or something, and you want to do some particle effects for it, that's just extra. But it doesn't take long to add new weapons. So I've already done a few of them for all the characters that are currently in the game. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I like how when you walk through the grass, it reacts to you, it animates. Karendow needs more of that stuff. Yeah, because when I look at some of the environments, actually, yeah, even though it's subtle, even a little bit of animation, the environments in this game really look alive. That's what I like.
Yeah, and they look very vibrant too.
Yep.
Which I like. It's like it looks vibrant without being like an overly bright game, if that makes sense. Like how you there's some kind of visuals you look at and it just looks very bright and kind of like very like a high intense colored type of game. This one seems kind of like toned down, but it's still
looks very nice. Yeah,
vibrancy to it without being a very bright game, which I really like.
Yeah, and all the visual effects are subtle but nice. Like this person's obviously a very good artist. Actually, let me see if we can find out if there is more than one person working on this game. Let's go to the website. All right, where's their press kit? Here we go. Okay, so Matthias Linda, which seems to be the director and artist. Eddie Marianocro is the composer, and I don't know what this game's music sounds like. So does the director mean he wrote code too? I mean, maybe, but yeah, he's out. Like, people who are artists who make RPGs tend to do a really hell of a good job on them, and me not being an artist kind of I think Karendow is perhaps maybe a little hurt by that. But I don't know. Something we we'll just have to live with. Although Sondalo is doing a great job. Like the new backgrounds that he's done, amazing.
I agree. The last few ones that you sent me, like especially with the overworld one, that one looks really nice. It's actually my wallpaper now.
Oh wow. And yeah, with the new with the finalized combat menu in there now, I really think that we finally got it right. I think our game's graphics are getting better with each
they
passing day.
get better every passing year, right?
Yeah.
Like if you kind of compare what we had shown at MegFest versus what we had a year before that, it was almost night and day, right?
Yeah, I just
I have
wish,
faith that sorry to interrupt, but yeah, I have faith that it's going to continue to get better.
I have faith by the time we end development in about 4 years now, Karendow is going to look like a freaking solid game.
I'm sorry, did you say 10 years?
I said in 4 years.
Okay.
Well, we should be done development by the end of 2025, and in 2026 is just going to be all testing and polish and stuff. Okay. We're only about 30 minutes into this. Let's actually, yeah, I remember what I want to do. I wanted to actually go take a look at this guy's Kickstarter and see how much money they made. So, oh shit, 130,000 euros. That's a spicy meatball.
Hey, what's the exchange rate?
That's easily, it's probably like, well, right now, I bet it's not gonna be so good, but euros to USD. Now, US dollar right now is, it's 1 euro is 1.11. So if we put in,
Yeah, about 1.39 to Canadian dollars. So I need to.
yeah, so but I think when he did his Kickstarter, the exchange rate was far more in it was far more in the euro's favor. So he probably made like 200 US off of that, because this Kickstarter finished, when did it finish? I don't know. That doesn't matter. So it's nice when he hit 80,000 euros, he was going to do a Switch release, and then 100,000 was PlayStation 4, and he hit that. He didn't quite make 170,000, which was more airship models and mechs. And he didn't make Spanish localization either. That's too bad. Maybe he'll still do that later.
So we're talking about Chained Echoes, or we're talking about
Chained Echoes, yeah.
Okay.
So I think this is just like one person plus music.
Yeah.
Man, imagine if I were an artist.
I think you'd kind of probably play the role of the director,
Yeah.
you know, so to speak, and then you probably have a better way of kind of communicating your grand visual design.
Yeah, that's, well, I mean, I think Sondolo is able to stay visually consistent.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess, you know, like for us, we are strong in kind of the programming aspect, I would say.
Storytelling, execution.
Storytelling, yeah.
Like Karendow is going to get done as long as we're both alive.
Well, let's not
go dark.
That, knock on wood. I do have to drive in a blizzard after this.
Oh shit, where do you have to go?
Get a haircut.
No. You don't need a haircut, Gary. You almost don't have any hair.
Yeah.
Zing. Sorry.
Still gotta cut the sides, man. Still gotta shape it.
Can't. Oh, there we. I lost the picture of you because I was looking at my screen. There you are. Yeah. Okay. You still got hair. That's fine.
Yeah. There you go.
Now,
you gotta close off that. Gotta close off that porn.
Got what?
Yeah. Close off that porn.
Close off that porn.
Yeah. This is what the podcast is going to turn into. Claire, just us zinging each other.
Oh, geez. Oh, yeah. Oh, I see what you mean now. I didn't realize what you're talking about. Yeah, I had to close off my porn tabs, right?
Yeah.